over because my back spasmed.
And that's Craig.
God
Hey,
damn
Craig, how you doing?
He doesn't talk. He's like me.
He's a strong silent type.
Yeah.
Hey, Dayman.
You okay,
Hello.
buddy?
Yeah, I was just finishing up a bunch of stuff.
I do need to kind of not be on here a long time.
Yeah, same. Try to
An hour.
But somewhat, yeah.
Of course, we don't want to put a cap on our excellence, but
Let's do this then. We're playing Mergist Kingdom?
No idea.
what the fuck is this?
What is that?
Is this just merge? Oh, this is just merge farm. Oh,
All right. No thanks.
yeah.
Is this dumb?
It's just merge farm, which is also not really good. It's just a merge game where there's 3 items, put them together, they merge. Wow.
No, that's dumb.
Yep, Farm Merge Valley, there it is. I mean, I've played it. I've played it to a somewhat extensive amount, probably more than it has any
Leo's like,
right to be played.
I've perfected the game. I've gotten all the achievements.
I've never played any of these games, but
You're about
I've
to learn.
always been somewhat fascinated by the putt game because it seems like the exact sort of thing I want to do while having a conversation with someone, so I have something to do with my hands.
Exactly. This is exactly it. Yes.
I think of other things to do, but
Well, we don't all get to masturbate with each other on the internet,
That's it.
so
Spank it. Jacking it.
Leo,
jacking it,
you're
jacking it, jack-
you're a
smacking
sick
it, smacking
mofo.
it, smacking it, smack. Hey, South Park has a song called "Jacking It in San Diego" for a reason. All right. The whole
That's
reason. It's the whole reason I'm here.
okay. I
On
can't
that note,
argue with it,
well-
even if I tried.
The top 5 podcast.
I want to understand that domino. That how did the song have you here?
Kyo just sent over the audio file, and I was just like, "Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Fair
go jack
enough.
in San Diego."
Hey, how's this game way harder than I thought it was going to be?
That's because there's
Wind.
When
someone
I
turned the
tried
wind
to,
on already.
I tried to blow Leo, but he got in the hole first, and so I couldn't.
I do it.
I hate when that
I
happens.
hate when that
Ask
happens.
me out to dinner
Yeah.
first.
Not the
Come on,
first
I
man.
hate when I try to blow someone, but then they get in the hole first.
Ask me out to
Yeah,
dinner
same.
first. Come on.
Good way to
And
start the
with
show,
that,
right
we
there.
Oh my
welcome Captain Trash,
I
our
already
Can you
blew
our
it
just buy me
guest
again.
on this
some
episode
chicken nuggets
of
first?
this episode of Top
Tetties.
5.
It's the top 5 chalk.
Top
I-
5.
Well, you're all
podcast.
talking over me about chicken nuggets and bitching about me naming the guest. I can't keep up. I have had a rough day. I had to argue with a pharmacy benefits manager today.
That does sound
Fucking-
awful.
I
That
fucking
does sound like the
hate-
worst way I want to spend my day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had a project that I had to have a meeting on, and it didn't go as well as it should have. And 90% of it is the people on the team, and 10% of it is me. And I'm really angry about me because I led to the 90%. If I'd have done what I'm saying is, if I'd have done my job slightly better, like literally just covered one minutia bullshit thing, then all the headaches that got thrown my way would have not been thrown my way, and it really frustrates me. So
Sometimes it just be like that.
Sometimes
I
it
hate
just
that
be
though
like
too. When you're like, wow, there's an A to B explicit reason for why this is happening, and the solution was right there. That fucking sucks. I hate that shit too.
well, it was just like, what you're asking for is what I'm giving you, but I didn't write it out in the words you're saying. And okay, I'll go make sure it's written out in the words you're saying, but come on, throw me a friggin' bone. It's just that people don't want to do things differently than the way they've always done them, because this is their job, and they put food on the table by doing a thing, and when that thing changes, they worry about the food being on the table. And I get it. It's scary, but I don't know. I'm not AI taking your job. I'm not Elon Musk fucking you in the ass. So get over yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Trash, how you doing, buddy?
We're hanging in there. I'm way too concentrated on this mini golf game.
Well, let me ask you questions.
I've
Has
gotten on
Elon
for
Musk fucked you in the ass recently at all?
Not in the literal sense, but I'm sure metaphorically. I did finally make the switch over to Blue Sky instead of X, which I guess I'm still looking at Twitter occasionally, but a lot less now because I just kind of got tired of seeing like really asinine content on my timeline. And so I decided, you know what, enough's enough.
What sort of asinine content were you seeing? Like literal
Just a
asses
lot
or
of like
something?
there's just a lot of like engagement bait type of stuff where like it's clear
That's
people are
not
just trying
a.
to fish for responses and like it just like I don't know. And I just like wasn't seeing a
So
whole
much
lot of
stuff
posts
out
by
of
like people I actually
context,
care
too.
about. Yeah,
A lot of steak
I
in
don't know.
it.
What
And so
sort
I
of stuff do you
decided
actually
that
care about?
I'm tired. Baseball, politics, like dumb shit that I just find entertaining. Music.
Oh my God. What
I guess
number
that's
were
like
you
most of it.
drafted?
Numbers I drafted pretty low. That was a second rounder.
You should go back into the draft, get drafted higher, then you could be a member of this podcast where we'll talk about baseball and politics. That's all we do.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We can
Have you
call
ever
it the
listened to our
top.
show before?
Yeah, actually, I was listening to it right before we came on. I was kind of pre-gaming,
That's not what we
just like
use.
just to get ready to have conversations with you guys.
Okay.
I feel like that
Boosting
was
our
weird.
engagement. That was nice.
It is kind of him. Well, good.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to make that whole too, and then none of y'all assholes are talking at all. It's just me and Trash having a conversation. Like,
Hey, I said
I
some
said
things and then
yeah.
immediately went silent.
I'm the quiet one of the group anyway.
Which is crazy because I was an introvert my entire life and now I'm a teacher. So I kind of have to not, but
Yeah.
it's difficult.
See, the thing, and Leo, I thought of you because I think you're like 22. If I could go back to being 20, I would have way more sex. And I'm not saying that
Like
I
with
was
different people.
like, look, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound like I'm a different person than I was, but I, looking back, turned down sex way more often than I realized I turned down sex. And I don't know why or how. Like I would have.
Are you talking like mixed signals,
Um,
or just like actively being like, no, I am not interested in you.
You know what? I'm good.
Like when a girl invites me to her dorm room and I'm sitting on her bed, sitting there, like, I wonder if she likes me. And then later somebody's like, brother, if a girl invites you into her room, she probably doesn't hate you. That's a good start.
There is a definite one of those.
They're just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna take a shower. Do you want to join?
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm good. I think I'd showered actually before I left. I'm
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah, it's shit like that where it's just like so fucking obvious looking
Oh,
back.
okay.
Like,
Oh my God, she thinks I
yeah.
smell.
Yeah. I had a
Dang
girl
it.
who was like, I don't really feel like going out. I'm not feeling that great. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, we can.
Well,
I don't want to get sick either, so I better
literally
go as
said,
well.
I guess I'll leave. I don't want to get sick. And she pulled me down to her bed and gave me a big kiss. And I said, yeah, I really don't want to get sick. And I left.
Well, now I
Now
have
you're definitely
mono
getting-
things.
Now you're
Yeah.
definitely getting sick.
Yeah.
Kissing disease. No.
I had
For real.
a friend of mine met a girl from another school in a Model UN thing. And we all agreed that this girl was way hotter than anybody that we should be with. And we don't know how the hell he got her. But she like had a car and drove like 20 minutes to take him out on a date. And he was nervous the whole time. And she was like into him the whole time. And she goes to drop him off. And she puts the car in park and he opens the door and just gets out and says bye. And
So
Yeah.
real.
So real.
oh man.
So
Oh.
fucking real.
But it's not even just that stuff. There's other times where it was just like, oh, I realized that what I could have done there is acted like this and I could have gotten laid. Or, hey, I should have not been a jerk there. Or, hey, I should have just not said anything. Or, hey, I should have just not whatever. Yeah.
See, that's just the wisdom you acquire when you're older, though. You wouldn't have learned this stuff if you didn't screw it up in the first place. So you kind of have to screw it up to be able to go back and say, "Wow, I screwed it up."
Yeah,
That makes
you're
sense.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
So going back again just to have sex, like it's kind of cheating.
Is this not the premise of the movie Click?
With Adam Sandler.
can't remember the premise. I can't remember the movie Click with Adam Sandler. Have you watched that recently?
My Adam
I've-
Sandler lore ended with Happy Gilmore. So
I haven't.
First of
watched
all,
it, but
you're
I know
missing
of it.
you're missing a banger
Oh,
of
it's a-
called Uncut Gems, which
Yeah,
is
that's
I've heard
say.
that's really good.
an
Oh, you mean the
absolutely just
movie that
great
says
fucking
fuck
movie.
every 4 times a minute or something like that?
Listen, okay.
I've heard it's pretty like
yes,
intense.
it is. There's like
It is.
there's like
It's
a
one
lot
of the
of
most
like
stressful movies I've ever seen. It is
Yeah,
there's
incredibly
I
so
don't
much
need that.
arguing. Yeah,
My blood pressure's
like
already pretty high. I don't need that.
I need to watch
the
it.
Kevin Garnett is so good in it though. Like it makes
The
it
basketball
like
player?
Yeah,
Yeah, there are
yes.
people. I have heard people say that they thought Kevin Garnett was just an actor. They like didn't know anything about basketball when they watched it. They're like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this really tall guy is a great actor." It's like, no, it's Kevin Garnett.
That's Kevin Garnett, one of the
It's like that's actually
greatest
Kevin
players of our
Garnett.
decade.
Yeah, and he gets like obsessed with like a gem that Adam Sandler has.
That has
And,
been
like,
uncut.
Is it?
Yeah,
it
it-
happened to be uncut.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
like
I
a
thought
really
about this.
rare-
I thought this was about Adam Sandler being Jewish.
I thought this was a
No.
circumcision joke going on for a while. So,
It is
okay.
also about Adam Sandler being Jewish.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
I mean
that's a
that's
given.
definitely part of the movie, but he's
I think you
just
guys
a
are sleeping
degenerate
on-
gambler.
You're sleeping on Punch Drunk Love, which is one of the better films
I don't really watch movies.
of the last 20, 25 years, I think. I think it's a
I
really
have
good
no-
film.
I have not seen that. I haven't seen a lot of movies.
You're just like me for real.
and
I have not seen a lot of
Stupido's not a
movies.
movie guy. Yeah.
I am not.
Okay. So we normally have questions that I give you ahead of time, but I'm lazy and I haven't been doing that. But I did write up some questions, and I'd like to start off with a few of them.
All right, I like doing it off
Most
the
of
cuff.
them, most of them are why do the Marlins suck? But we're going to start with a non-Marlins related question.
All right,
What's the timeline for your promotion to major?
the major.
Yes.
Yes,
They keep
happening.
telling me any day now, or like, this is definitely the year, and then it never happens. So I don't know. Maybe it's
Got it.
time to switch platoons.
Just like the Cowboys.
Got
My
it.
God.
I
think
did have
Captain
to.
Hell right now.
I had to look up the ranks in order to figure out what comes after captain.
know
I
the
have no
point.
idea, so I would have believed you if you said anything.
It's major, according to the internet.
Private.
Who knows how
Which
good that site
branch?
is? The internet.
What I'm saying is, I think
I
Captain
understand
is
exactly what
is
you're
in
saying,
multiple
but
branches.
I'm just letting you know the internet is where I got it from.
Okay.
I didn't really look
Private.
further.
Google AI.
Girl, Sergeant,
No, it's some website. I don't trust
second
Google to tell me
lieutenant,
shit.
first
Plus, I
lieutenant.
use
don't either.
DuckDuckGo because I'm not a sheeple. Jesus.
That
We get really
is
mad at Google
a
AI.
crazy
Go, huh?
sentence. That's a crazy fucking sentence to say.
Duck,
And I
go.
hate that it's like I hate that is like that sentence makes sense. Imagine saying that like even 20 fucking years ago or like fucking 30 years ago. People would be like, dude, throw this dude in the goddamn asylum. What is this shit? What did you just fucking say?
Oh man. All right.
Sorry.
So of all the all the teams to be on, Trash, of all the
Yeah.
teams, why the Marlins?
Because they drafted me, and then I got there, and then I like their vibe.
I feel like
And
we
I
should
don't
have
know.
some other people ask questions here shortly.
How did it feel hitting a game-tying home run against the Phillies?
One of the best moments of my life.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of shit from Mets players, specifically Shorty, about how
Really?
we ruined her playoff chances.
Did y'all
And really,
really?
it was you. Well, yeah, when we lost the Mets were out because I think you won.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really
Yeah.
know.
It
Math is
kind
hard.
of.
So really, they should be getting mad at me, not you.
That's what I was trying to get to. Yes.
Okay. I
At
get
least
what
you,
you're saying. I
you
will.
admit to it.
I'll take the heat. I don't care.
Okay.
I did something cool. So if we want to talk about the cool thing I did more, that's fine with me.
Just out of
I'm
curiosity,
actually-
would you like to talk about the cool thing that
I'm
we
actually
did the
fucking
next game?
sick as hell.
We don't have to talk about that.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about that one. That's good.
We know that
Uh,
line.
I mean, we
Actually
all know
sick as
that.
hell.
I think I said this earlier, but playoff games are really just glorified exhibition games.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yes.
They
Agreed.
really
It's
count.
6 innings winner woes. Let's be real.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Guys don't
talked
even get a
about that
draft
as
pick if you
well
win.
because the Phillies did win the division.
You guys don't
This
even get a
year,
draft pick if you win the playoffs. It's crazy. We do.
What draft pick do you have, Leo?
11.
That's a pretty good draft pick. Damien,
It is.
you guys are in like 20, 21?
I wish it was better. Unfortunately, we were the best 7 and 9 team.
Mm.
I feel like that seems too high still.
I think that's about right. So I think we're 22.
It got announced the
Yeah.
other day in FCB. Let me go find it.
Yeah, shout out to Teddy for doing all of that work.
Yeah.
Where did it get announced? In
We
FCB?
are currently. This is an update. We are currently beating the Cardinals in the Homer Knocker very special tournament.
God,
So,
that scrim is fucking
if you had to
killing
bring it
me.
up.
We
Is
fucking
that the
autoed,
new name
and
of it?
then
And then,
literally the next batter, they fucking autoed, and then there's just 2 0 diff 69 homers. But the fucking back-to-back auto, like, is absolutely fucking, I was like pissing my pants. Like, I saw it, like, when I requested it earlier, I like checked, I was like, I wonder where we're even at, and then I was like, no fucking shot.
This is very
So
serious
good.
fake baseball.
Cardinals,
So good. I was
Cardinals 21, Marlins
Yeah,
22.
yeah, okay. Nice.
So when I woke up this morning and saw that y'all had autoed, I me and DD gave Fats some Marlin server about it, and then I guess I missed the AB ping that happened for our next at bat because then we autoed tonight, and I was like, I'm a victim of my own arrogance.
Yep.
It's like a
That's like
Grimm's fairy
exactly.
tale.
It was, I like had the exact opposite feeling where when we did it, I was like, oh, well, I was busy and I guess I wasn't looking or blah, blah. And then like did the one for you guys and was like, okay, now it's the opposite. Like, and there you go.
Agreed.
They did the same thing.
Turns out it is okay.
I
Yeah.
really felt like a tragic villain for giving Fat shit about that, and I guess I got what was coming to me.
Autoing is okay so long as it's a little funny.
The circumstances really do matter. Like,
That is very true. I don't think we autoed it all this year too, so I was pretty proud of that as
no,
well.
neither did we. Yeah. That's why I was just like, nah, it's a scrim.
Homer Knocker's very fun special tournament or whatever it's called.
You know what? I am having fun, so I think it's a fitting name.
Yeah.
Do you want to weigh in on the Administration Cup one, or do we want to cut that and not have a conversation there?
It's
really.
it's pretty run its course.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've had all the discussion that's worth having.
If anything, I think we've talked too much about it.
We talked about it more here than in real life or in the
I need to
server.
come back to another 400 messages in league news discussion. I will say though,
Oh,
I was very
yes.
upset. I was very upset that no one ran with my cup chair idea. I thought that was one of my best ideas I've ever had for fake baseball.
Well,
No one seemed to
I
care.
missed your idea. What was
Yeah,
it?
please explain it to everybody.
We call the tournament the cup chair instead, and then what happens is that the winner for the paper cup, we set game of the moment to only be seen by the two teams playing and the winner of the cup chair. So that way they have to
Are you
sit there
saying-
and watch.
Can you spell the word
Oh
before
my
chair?
CUP.
Cup chair.
C-U-C-K.
Cup
Oh,
of
the
chair.
It's
No,
Cuck. C-U-C.
Cuck.
Oh, cook. Oh,
Okay,
Cup.
good. So you're from South Carolina. Why can't you understand him?
I'm not originally from South Carolina.
Neither's he.
Mm.
I'm not either.
You're well, actually, you're not. Never mind.
You're closer.
I was gonna say you're closer, but you're not with where I
Okay.
grew up.
I mean, I'm from Georgia, but I don't think I really have a Southern accent. My
Sure.
mom is
You
like,
really
kind of-
honestly don't.
I don't think you do either.
Not as bad as me.
my mom is from like bumfuck nowhere, Alabama, and she made sure me and my brother did not have accents. She was very self-conscious about us possibly having accents.
One
If
of my
anything,
very
I do think
Because she sounds like she's
Oh,
straight
he
out
does.
of
He has a
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
one of my
Oh
very
my-
good friends from college is from Mississippi, and after about a year, I was like, Ray, you really don't sound like you're from Mississippi. And he goes, "That's because I'm educated." And that's his. He loves that joke. He says that a lot. It's pretty funny.
He's one of the few and the proud.
Yeah, one of
Did
like
he
the
say-
17 to get out.
You say educated or edumacated?
No, he said educated.
Okay.
Educated.
Thank
So-
God for Mississippi.
My stepsister lived in Mississippi for a little bit when her husband was in the Coast Guard. They lived in Biloxi. Apparently, it was terrible. They hated it.
Yeah, there's like weird spots in like Mississippi and Alabama of like government funded research centers where like all these really smart like rocket scientists and technical like whatever people have to have jobs because of like propulsion shit or whatever. I don't know what it is. One of the guys I trade cards with had that. He's like, yeah, my brother's in Mississippi and it's just like 40,000 people around a government installation and then rednecks. That's all it is. So it
Well, it's
sucks.
kind of like Huntsville's right?
Yeah,
It's got NASA, and
Yeah,
then it's
NASA shit. Yep.
well, nothing. I don't know. I went to space camp once when I was like 11. I think that was the only time I've been over there.
You lucky bastard. How was it?
What? I'm
Oh, yeah, I went to
jealous.
space.
That's
It
fucking
was with
sick.
Boy Scouts. It was only for a weekend, so it wasn't like the full space camp experience, but it was pretty cool.
Still jealous.
Did you
That's
get a
amazing.
feel 0 G's? And did you vomit?
I did do the spinny thing, and it was awesome. Highlighted the trip for sure.
Nice. That's dope.
And then we got to do like a little like mission control thing where we did like a mock space shuttle launch, and we all got to have different roles.
Oh, that's cool.
It was very fun.
That's pretty awesome.
Still
Yeah, take
that's
it to
awesome.
space camp. Or go to space camp
Uh,
yourself.
Yeah, do they let
Yeah.
adults do it now, or
I'm too round for space camp. Sad days. Who else
Mission
do you
control
dislike in
fun.
the NL East?
Everyone.
I was about to say probably all.
I'll say, well, first and foremost, it's got to be the Expos.
Why is that?
Because the Marlins and Expos have a long-standing rivalry, like far before I joined, and things have kind of calmed down
gotcha.
like now. But like there used to be like more like legitimate bad blood between the people in charge. But like now everyone that's been in charge is either left or like they've kind of moved on from a leadership role. So like it's not really like that anymore. But
Okay.
like we still like try to keep it going. That's why I don't know if you ever see us say FTFE in a chat whenever we play the Expos. It's something not very nice to the fake Expos.
Use your imagination to fill out.
pretty sure it's
the
fuck the
acronym.
fake expos.
Yes.
Or fuck the fucking
Yes.
Expos, maybe.
And then in season 8, which was my first season with the Marlins, us and the Expos were gunning for the NL East title the entire season. And we pulled it out in I think it was literally the last session of the season. It was like one of the most intense. Like it was pretty intense. And then we met in the playoffs in the NLDS as well. And we ended up walking off the Expos, which was probably the highlight of my fake baseball career.
Yeah.
And that was like the peak for me. And then after that, it's kind of just been like whatever since like last year we weren't competitive and the Expos were good. And then this year we were good and the Expos weren't competitive. So I haven't really had the chance to like really revive it yet.
Were you would call yourself good this year?
I mean, we're 9-7. We're a playoff team. I'm happy with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We beat the Phillies.
Did you beat the Phillies? I don't
Yeah,
remember
we
that
did
one.
beat the Phillies.
Huh.
Remember, I hit that really cool home run.
See, my memory from the season's spotty. We started like 10-1, and then there was like something happened. I don't remember. And then we
There
were
was
in
like
the
this
playoffs.
weird blackout for like
Yeah.
2 months, and
Yeah.
then now we're here.
I think it was 3 months. Honestly, it felt like a really long time. Yeah.
Open in media res to the playoffs.
Yes, exactly. You know how when you're like a kid and your parents are driving you somewhere and you fall asleep, and then you wake up and
Yeah,
you're
and you
there.
just wake up and you're just in bed or some shit too.
Yeah, basically, I fell asleep in St. Louis and woke up in Kansas City. That's what happened.
It was in a fugue state.
We'd have to look at the times, Chalk. Did this happen like after we met? Like, was that the downfall of the Philly season? Was all of us meeting each other?
No.
Calling it a downfall, like you aren't going to be in the NLDS soon.
Don't jinx it.
We are in the NLDS. We are in the NLDS. It'd be the CS, and you never
That's why I
know.
meant the CS.
Yeah,
The one after that.
Any chance I can correct you on anything at all is just like the highlight of my day. And you're my favorite Marlin. Imagine if there's another
I was
Marlin.
about to say, lucky for you, I am wrong a lot. So I can I can feed that fire as much as you want.
We have had a pretty good NLDS so far. It was a little hit and miss there for a little bit, but then we got the babe and it felt good. But you never know, man. We still got 3 more outs to get.
Not
So
counting
I'm not looking ahead at all. Not looking ahead at all.
Well, don't worry.
So-
I'm praying on your downfall. So someone's
Thank you. And you're wrong all the time. So hopefully
Yeehaw.
you will have your prayers go unanswered again, as God obviously hates you, putting you on the Marlins. So, yeah.
Fun fact, actually, going back to that, the Expos were they either had like a pick or two after the Marlins when they drafted me, and they were going to pick me.
Oh yeah.
So I was very close to being an Expo too if the Marlins did not pick me.
How do you think you'd be different right now?
I don't know. I have thought about the alternate timeline where I am an Expo instead of a Marlin, and it is definitely like opposite land. Would I be saying FTFM instead? We may never know.
Field female to what?
No,
Whoa.
it'd be fuck the fake Marlins instead. But
I was about
Okay.
to say, are we
don't clip that.
Don't clip what?
I don't want people using that. I don't want people using me saying that against me.
clip that?
Oh
Clip
yeah,
it.
that was
Cut
me
that,
making a
cut
dumb
that.
joke. It was quite clear that
I'll get it.
yeah.
Oh shit! I got a
No,
hole
it's
in
fine.
one.
It's-
And we're gonna clip it out too.
It was
Just
a
so you
joke.
know.
Oh no.
You don't have to. I'm
Leave
mostly
it in.
joking.
Yeah.
The notes thing isn't. Oh wait, there it is. What? Yep. Never.
Keep it in anyway. We're fine. Keep
No.
keep
Yeah,
rolling. The show must go on.
I make stupid jokes. I'm okay with it. You can think less of me. I'm not gonna hurt.
Now me on the other hand.
Leo, if you're not perfect, we start every fucking episode over until you get it right.
If I'm not perfect in what aspect? Like mini golf or mood?
All
Oh,
aspects.
well, I think we're going to be here for a while then.
How are the children, Leo?
This is the
Miracle that
fourth
we
cut.
record any episode. They're fine. It's 3 days to Christmas break, so
Yeah.
we're just doing. I mean, tomorrow is final, and then we do review final again.
Wait a minute. Tomorrow is the final,
Tomorrow is midterm, yeah.
and then you review the final.
Nope, and then we see the other group of students. And
Oh,
then we
that's right. You
review
do.
final.
You have an AB.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
AB. So this week we do BBAA.
Gotcha.
So, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm fucking giving them the answers pretty much. Like, I had a lot of kids exempt my final, which is very stupid of them because I was always going to essentially give them the answers.
What does it mean to exempt a final?
I mean that they do not have to take it,
Well,
and in place of that, it just counts as a no count, and their grade just kind of
Oh.
stays as is.
So
I
it
see.
can't hurt them, but it can't help them.
Correct.
Yeah, at my kids' school, they can only seniors can do it, and only if they have an A in the class.
Yes, the rules are a little more lax. You can exempt 3 finals. Any grade level can do it. You have to have an A or a B for the semester,
Okay.
and you can't be absent
Oh yeah,
3 or more times.
there is an absent thing to it too. I think.
But
Dang, I wish I had this shit when I was in high school.
Yeah, what the
Right?
fuck?
Yeah, we didn't have any
like
of
when
that.
I was a senior, I had like over a fucking 98% in every class. Like I could have just not had
I
school
had
for
this.
so
Yeah.
long.
It was great. I had
Yeah, no, I would accept
easiest schedule
everything.
ever.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
you-
Leo, my girlfriend said the kids have been really bad lately too, just because they're like 2 days from break as well.
Yeah, and
Kids
you know,
vaping in the bathroom and then being like
Well, they
mad
do
at
that
her,
anyway.
and
They do
she's
that
just
anyway.
like, go fuck yourself, dude. You can't be like, I don't care that you're grumpy at me. Don't vape in the bathroom at school.
They do that here anyway. Let's.
Yeah, I mean
I'm not gonna.
that's a problem. I mean,
Actually, just
Yeah.
today, I had a kid who is getting a 3-day in school suspension pending more serious consequences for getting caught in the bathroom vaping with a THC vape,
Ooh.
which in Texas is like
Oopsies.
felony. It's like
Super
having
illegal.
heroin.
yes, it is super illegal in Texas. That's why
It's like having heroin.
they are throwing the book at people who are THC vaping.
Yeah, they're doing that at our schools too for any vaping, really. But
yeah, they said they're doing that here too. Of like for like nicotine vapes too. Of like suspending kids and shit like that. Like, fucking kids.
I saw a Reddit post, Damon, where it was like places I don't want to visit because I'm trans, and it was all like the South,
I saw that.
and then Idaho.
Yeah.
No. That one. It was places that I don't want to go, but for different reasons, and it was Idaho.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And the
Shit like
reasons
that.
people were like, well, basically it's a bunch of white supremacists, but also you can't smoke any sort of pot. And yeah.
Well, you can.
Is that in Idaho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Really?
You just don't want to
It's
get caught
that
with
like
it.
is it that much
Yeah.
worse than other states?
No.
Like I know it's like very Mormon up there, but I figured it would just be kind of
Yeah.
like boilerplate illegal, I guess. Like
I
relative
mean,
to other
it's
legal states, about the same, I guess.
it's like, I mean, like technically, like the legal penalties are like pretty much on par with Texas. Like concentrates are like seen as like controlled substances, so like heroin and other like manufactured drugs, and like a gram of like bud is like pretty serious. Like it could be serious. But also like there's dispensaries like 30 minutes away across the border, and like in northern Idaho, like super close, like 10 minutes across the border. So it's like, I don't know. They say they're tough on it, but like I go to the dispensary like all the fucking time, and there's never cops, and the parking lots are just all Idaho plates. So I don't know.
I was
It's
just
kind of
turn a blind eye and all that. I thought about doing a little marijuana.
Of the
So
giggle bush.
I have absolutely no idea where I would get it, and I can't do it at my house. So
Yeah, I think.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
God,
Dave
my
will
uncle.
just send you some and call it a Christmas present.
I mean, like cards are
With
like the
my
easiest
car.
shit for that. Like
We did just
you
have
can
Secret
send
Santa.
cards really
Yeah.
easily.
go fucking.
my wife likes
like-
getting the Delta 8 or Delta 9 gummies or whatever, but
See, and like you
that's
can get
about
those
it.
here.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like you can get them
uh,
shipped.
yeah.
I don't know
But
how
like
legal it is, but
it's like a gray area
yeah, that's kind of what I gathered.
here. Yeah, it's like if you can like prove that there's no like THC in it, then same thing with like CBD. Like they have like dispensaries for CBD only here. But it's like the thing is like.
Yeah, we have those as well. I do like a double take because I was listening to like the Braves on the radio, and they had like a CBD sponsor, and it was like the official CBD of the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Fucking what's his name? I can't remember now. Joe Simpson, who's like this old man. I was like, man, I wonder what he thinks about having to read this ad.
Right. Well, it's like it's so weird though because like even here like the state is really against legalizing weed, but like everybody here that I know is like super favorable towards it. Like even like my stepdad who's like he's like in his mid 60s, like conservative white guy who's like middle class, so like he's kind of like conservative, for like more that sort of shit. I don't even know. And he loves like fucking smoking weed and like thinks dispensaries should be legal. And when I found that out, I was like, blew my fucking mind.
Not to generalize too much, but I'm guessing that's more of the Mormon population that kind of pushes that.
Yeah,
If I had to
yeah. I
guess.
mean, but like in Utah, it's like medically legal, but it's like really strict too. So it's like they're not like, I mean, like Mormon people that like Bobber and I know were like not like super anti it, but they were definitely like kind of like alcohol, where it's like they would want it super, super regulated in a certain way or something, but who the fuck knows? It's a clusterfuck. Everybody just drives like 30 minutes to Oregon and gets it. So it's like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Everybody's dumb.
Stupido, what's going on with your ball?
It's like Texas people and gambling.
Yeah.
Just
What do you mean? What's going on?
Go to the Oklahoma border.
You keep falling off.
I think, And I think, Leo,
Yeah.
that's where, like, my uncle who lives in Dallas, I think that's where he would get weed, is he would go to Oklahoma and use a medical card or something. Or, like, go to the, reservation or something. I don't know.
This is not going well for me, Chalk. That's what's going on.
It seems rough.
You're stuck.
I watched him rant off the course like 7 times.
So never said golfing's easy.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right, Plow. Not Plow. I just said sorry.
Oh,
I was
no.
Wow. Cut
All
it.
right, Trash.
Wow.
No, leave it in. I want Plow to know.
I was gonna say
think
Plow's
all the
gonna be
time.
really mad at you for that one. Me,
No,
I take that as a compliment.
As you should. Plow's great.
Plow
I would love to be called
Yeah,
Plow.
Plow will probably not though.
Are you kidding? Yeah, Plow and Chalk are gonna go to bed after this.
I'm so tired. All right, Trash. Have you looked at all at the season 11 rookie class?
A little bit, but I've been kind of busy with. I was busy over Thanksgiving weekend, and I've been like busy with work stuff the past couple of weeks, so not as much as I would like to. But I have kind of started to look at it. We actually just posted our survey today, so if you are a rookie and listening to this, come do our survey. We would love to hear all your hot food takes.
I may have asked in the Phillies like draft discussion if it was too much for me to thumbs down react the Marlins survey, and I was told it would be funny but probably not the classiest thing, so I did not do it.
I don't care. You can do it.
I know you don't care. That's the best part about the Marlins. That's actually the only good thing about the Marlins is hating them is so easy and they love it. They thrive off of it. So
well, it's because we're haters too.
Yeah.
What's funny is the people who would be fucking upset about that shit wouldn't be on either team.
No, they would not.
That's true.
No. But also, like, I don't think you need to. Okay, so I would say, I'm going to be serious for a second. I would say it is not normal for the sort of friendly antagonism that I'll just say Trash and I have for now. That's not like a normal thing in MLR. I think there's more actual antagonism than friendly antagonism.
Or
Is
it's
that
people
fair?
who it's like, where it's like, you're
Well,
like
I think for some people it's
friends
not like,
outside of, yeah.
or I think for some people it's not entirely clear if it's friendly antagonism or just
Yeah.
regular antagonism.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's context there.
Yeah.
And
then
you
other
don't know
people,
the
you're just like,
context.
this person's like my fucking friend outside
Yeah.
of here. Like,
But,
I
don't know.
say
I don't know.
they're
I
bad.
like,
It's fine.
yeah, like I like talking. I like talking shit, so I don't mind it. Like it makes me feel better about talking shit because like if you talk shit and they don't talk back, then you just look like a bully.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
no shit,
I don't think
right.
I've even probably reached out to you a couple times and been like, "Hey, just so you know, that was me. Just I do like you. I don't mean to be a dick. Let me know if I go too far." I think I've said that to you a couple times.
It is annoying when you
Yeah.
just get a drive-by, though, where you're just like, what the fuck, dude? I know you shit. Like,
Yeah.
I give
What?
Mark too much shit and I need to stop. I noticed that today.
Do you need to stop?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love Mark.
I love Mark, and I think Mark doesn't take it personally. But again, it's the context of other people.
He's
Yeah.
having a rough game,
And
but I loved.
He's also
I'm
having
sorry.
like it's been busy just in real life for him in the school
Yeah.
and all that. So
Somebody I don't remember names. I won't say him if I don't remember him, to be honest. But someone was giving him shit about not pitching, and then a couple more people piled on. He's like, "Oh, I was about to submit a pitch, but I'll wait
Mhm.
because I don't want to ruin you guys." And I chuckled at that one. I thought that was pretty funny. So
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
Common Mark banger.
So you haven't been super involved in your scouting and such. You've just been too busy.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to get into it more. I'm trying to spend more time on it now that I've kind of gone back to like regularly scheduled programming in my life.
Yeah. What did you say was going on in life?
So just like Thanksgiving week, I was really busy because I was in time with family, and for work, I was in like a 2-week training course that kind of like needed my undivided attention most of the time. I couldn't really just like sit and hang out on Discord during work like I usually like to.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of. I am a big fan of screwing around at work. Don't get it
Yes.
twisted.
Of course.
Hey, me too.
Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Me too.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, I like to fuck
I won't
off at
tell
work
on
as
you.
much as the
I'm
next
saying
guy.
that.
Please don't send this podcast to my boss.
What sort
Or
of work
mine.
do you do?
I'm an engineer. I work in like manufacturing. I do
Okay,
like
so you're like materials, mechanical.
my degree is in electrical engineering, and how do I explain it? I do like automation. So I do a lot of so like when it comes to assembly lines, there is like a computer in them that like controls all the devices, and that has to be programmed. And you gotta know like what devices to use and how to set up your system to make it work right. And like I kind of handle all that stuff. So I'll do the programming, or I'll kind of like give guidance on how the programming should be done, and I'll like pick materials to accomplish tasks, and I will maintain them if they're broken, or I'll make improvements or make modifications to make it more robust, or to make it do like extra stuff, that sort of thing.
Damn, that's a good paying job, isn't it?
I'd be pretty all right.
Should you be doing better?
I guess I could be, but I actually recently took a job and I did get a slight pay bump with it, but also like I probably could have done better, but the company that I went with is like very well regarded. And
That's good.
it's like the place where like you talk to everyone and it's like, how long have you been here for? And everyone says like 10, 15 plus years. And so like, I
Okay.
think it's
And not gruntled about it necessarily.
yeah, no, like everybody's always like, this is a great place to work. Like they keep the people there a long time. And like one of the things they sold me on is like if like no matter what you want to do, you can do it. So like if there's a job you want to do, then like they'll figure out a way to put you in there if you really want to do it. Like I was talking to my HR guy the other week, and he said he used to be like an engineer. It's like that sort of thing. And he just
Nice.
decided that he thought being an HR would be cool, and so he's an HR now.
I feel like that's sort of one of those jobs though where you do it for like 10, 20 years and then suddenly you just like start doing it as a consulting thing and making way more money for people.
I could, but there's a lot of hidden caveats with that.
Oh yeah,
I
as a
don't know.
consultant. I get it.
You gotta like pay, like you gotta cover your own insurance. You gotta cover your own insurance as far as like we have insurance, or at least like when you're contracted to other companies, you have insurance like in case like if I break this expensive piece of equipment, like I'm not liable for it. We have insurance to cover the cost of that, and so you
Yep.
gotta like pay that insurance cost. So that way, if you break a $250,000 camera, then like you're not in debt for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Mine is errors and
I-
emissions insurance, but I assume yours is going to be much heftier than mine is.
Yeah, and so like there's a lot of hidden caveats like that, and also like you could feasibly work like 6 to 8 months out of the year, but then you probably will just end up working all 12 months out of the year just because you're going to be sitting at home being like, I should probably work.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've heard from people that do that sort of thing.
It's less fun to fuck around on Discord when you're not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, something about the feeling of like I should be doing something else really just makes it all the sweeter.
Makes it so much sweeter, yeah. There's a lot of things in life that are a lot sweeter when you have that.
When you're
I should be doing something else, but I'm gonna do this instead. Oh yeah, it's the sweetest feeling there is.
They really just stopped making it feel so good.
I know it's fucked up. It's pretty fucked up.
One of life's biggest tragedies.
So we were just talking. My wife was just asking me if we should get my son the sort of like Power Wheels thing that looks like a dinosaur that he could ride. And the obvious answer is yes, but the adult answer is no, probably
Of
not
course.
right now.
You can get it for
Why is
yourself.
that the adult answer?
Because we don't really have a good place to store it. And if I'm totally honest, he's been kind of a shit lately, and I don't think he should get such a big thing. And it would be like he get it, but his sister didn't. So and it's $180.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
They're already
Me and
getting new tablets.
Me and my wife have a
Remember-
niece and nephew. One of them's 5, the other's 3. And it's like whenever you get one thing for one, you got to get like something like complimentary for the other, or else it's
You
going to
are-
be a shit show.
You're hitting
Like,
exactly. That's my situation. Which one's the older one?
Like it's literally like it was like her birthday, the 5-year-old's birthday, but it's like, oh, we gotta get something for the 3-year-old as well, just to like make sure he's because like he doesn't understand how birthdays work.
Yeah.
And so like we
Yeah.
gotta get him something too, just so he's not like not pissy about it when he doesn't get a cool thing too.
And I don't know if you know this, but the shit that other people get's way better than the shit that you get. So
Of course.
yeah, you give the one for the dude for the like my son is 2. You give his to his sister and his sister to him, and then they swap, and it's just
Food always
Kids are
tastes
annoying.
better when it's off of someone else's plate.
So real.
Yeah, they will. I'm gonna just bitch. They
Is
just
that-
eat their
is that the
sitters'
whole
food.
point of- I was gonna say, is that the whole point of a podcast?
Yeah, I make them so much food. I bake them chicken exactly the way they like it. They like their fucking chicken with salt and pepper, and if you put anything else on there, it's just spicy. The little shits.
I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, they probably like their chicken in chicken nugget form instead.
I mean, they would prefer breaded,
the
but they'll eat
dino?
the
Or
breadless
half the
stuff.
tender.
That's the
And
problem.
I
You're
make
not
them.
making chicken nuggets. More specifically, you're not making like the frozen chicken nuggets.
But I can. I have. But my daughter just starts eating our sitter's food, and suddenly my sitter's like, we walk out, and my daughter's eating a sandwich. We're like, what the fuck is she eating? She goes, oh, it's my turkey sandwich. I'm like, she doesn't eat turkey. Well, now she eats turkey sandwiches. So I make my son a cheese sandwich because we got cheese, and he likes cheese, like little cheese squares, because he had them with his grandpa. So I make him a cheese sandwich, thinking, hey, every kid likes cheese and mayo. No, he doesn't want that. He wants
Cheese and mayo.
Wait,
Hang
wait,
on.
cheese
I
and
can-
mayo.
I can
Let's
see
go back
why-
for a second.
I
you
can
guys
see
don't
why
eat cheese and mayo sandwiches?
No.
No,
Oh, a cheese sandwich is just cheese.
just cheese.
And
Unless you're going to do a grilled cheese, then you put some butter on the bread.
Yeah. Dayman, you're being quiet. You with me here?
No, you're not gonna catch me having mayonnaise as like the main
Cheese
ingredient on
mayo.
a sandwich.
It's not the main ingredient. It's cheese and mayo.
It's 50% of the. Or
It's
33%
50%.
It's
of the
33,
Yeah,
but
but-
still, that's
How
a
much
lot.
mayo do you put on a sandwich when you put mayo on a sandwich?
0
None.
if it's just cheese.
Yeah, literally. I
Could-
usually just do 0.
All right. Could anybody, if you actually, I don't even know if people listen to this fucking podcast anymore, but could you please tell these idiots how dumb they are? Because mayo and cheese is
I like
a perfect
ranch.
great
God, I
sandwich.
cannot wait for the engagement on this one.
I cannot wait. Anyways, so I make him that sandwich. He
Sound
won't eat it,
off.
so he-
Sound
Sound
off.
off in the
Sound off in the
comments.
comments.
Get in the
Sound
comments.
off. Great.
At
he
us
won't
on
eat
main.
it. So only his peanut butter and jelly. Okay, fine. Come
You
out
put
today.
mayo on that?
No, I don't put mayo on that. I
Okay.
come out today and he's eating a cheese sandwich because the sitter had a cheese sandwich. And I'm like, I just gave him literally last night, and there was mayo on that one before you fuckers ask.
I was about to say, was there mayo on the one that they made or no?
At least you don't put mayo on your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That would be really
Yeah.
having a conversation.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah,
go
the
put
intervention.
just like a light spread of mayo on
Intervention.
one piece of bread. Put some
No.
cheddar down. Call it a day. Great.
No.
You can't
Just
tell
a
me.
quick note to the rookies
You're
that
not
might be
my dad.
listening. If you have a food-related hot take, such as putting mayo on your cheese sandwiches, feel free to post it in the
This is
Marlins form.
Okay. I'm gonna go fill out that Marlins form.
Yeah, and talk about your weird mayonnaise sandwich.
What do you guys use mayonnaise on? Do you even use mayonnaise?
Nothing.
I use it on like deli sandwiches. Like
Yeah, on
Where do
sandwiches
you
with like
think I got the cheese from?
cheese
It's not
with
like I
like
just
breaded.
shredded cheese.
or-
yeah, but you don't have like ham
With,
or
like, meat and
turkey or
vegetables.
something on there. You gotta have
Yeah.
He doesn't eat ham or turkey.
Well, then he probably doesn't eat mayo either.
But he does. Now, if the sitter's eating it,
You getting peer
Fair.
pressured into eating mayo?
no, he only eats what they eat. They eat what she eats, and it's annoying.
So ask her to eat the sandwich with ham or turkey on it, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden your kid will be a ham or turkey fan.
Big brain.
There you go. I wish I
Okay.
had that problem.
And 40 chess.
I
Trash.
think parenting is just I was gonna say I think parenting is just like tricking and bargaining with your kid over and over again to get them to do the things that
I
you
mean,
want
I
them
do
to
that
do.
with my animals too.
Yeah, I do that with my cats as well, so
Yeah.
not too far off.
Cats and the. He's currently sleeping on the couch, passed out.
Okay.
Snoring.
Henry update of the day. Sleeping.
I think that's the update all the time.
Pretty much.
A lot
Leo,
of
do
the time,
you have a
he
pet?
does like to play.
Why? No.
No?
I wish. Maybe cats
What
in
do
the future.
Yeah.
My cats have actually been very quiet tonight. Usually, I'm at my desk right now, and usually, if I'm at my desk, they're annoying the hell out of me.
Yep. What did your wife say when you said, "Hey, I'm going to go do a podcast"?
She's currently working right now, so she's not here, and she was just like, "All right, sure." Usually, if I say it, no, she will not listen. Usually, if I say something is fake baseball related, she'll stop asking questions.
I experienced the same thing.
My wife listened to the Shorty episode, or On the Road with Shorty.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she's laughing the whole time. Not the whole time, but with the funny parts.
Yeah. Did she like the GG3 episode?
She did not listen to that one.
Well, she only listened to the Shorty episode.
That's the only one she has given any care to listen to.
Okay.
You should get her to listen to the Captain Trash episode. I've heard that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll have to let her know. Maybe she listens to him on the side, like while she's working, and she just doesn't tell me.
I think our viewership numbers do not indicate that.
She's one person, Chuck.
We don't do it for the viewership numbers.
They're telling I'm getting the ratings, and they do not match.
They do not match that one person.
We're the number one MLR podcast.
True.
Does MLN have a podcast?
Yes,
they do.
Yes, they do.
Pops does it. It's called. It is good usually, actually.
He said that in a surprising way, like this one isn't.
The
way he said that, it is good.
Congratulations, you're really good at picking up tone. But no, it's good. Pops, the commissioner of MLN, does it, and then usually AJ, from the Marlins here, is on there.
Hey, shout out to AJ.
Yeah,
shout out to AJ. We love AJ.
He has confounded me very much this season.
We did have an internal debate whether to start him or Witt, aka Kami Otani, because Witt's probably going to win the Cy Young Award. At least it looks like he was last time I checked. But AJ is just like giving y'all fits this year, so we were like, yeah, we got to give AJ.
Yeah, it felt really good to get to him. It took a lot. It was exhausting, but it felt really good to finally.
And I was kind of like, you know what? It's been almost 20 innings. It was going to happen eventually, I guess.
Yeah,
it'd be like that.
Yeah. Are we the top podcast in relation to the top of the 10th or whatever they're called?
I think we pull more than they do.
In terms
but
of
I don't
volume.
know. They've only done 2 of them.
Are y'all trying to start beef?
I think they've done more than that. I'm almost certain they've done more than that.
You don't pick fights
5.
with kids at the playground. You just realize you're an adult and keep on walking by them.
Yeah,
so no, we're not starting
they've
beef.
done 5.
And you just go do whatever the fuck you want because you're an adult.
When they get
posted. Exactly. Dayman's on my same side there. Yep. You don't fuck with Idaho.
Fuck them kids. I don't give a shit.
All right, so it's that time of the night where we ask Captain Trash, do you have any questions for us?
Okay, so I had a game that I wanted to play with you guys, but I know we're a little pressed for time, so I don't know if we can really get into it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try to do a more abbreviated version. Okay, so do you guys, I don't know if you guys are losers like me and watch videos on pitchfork.com, but they do this series called Over Under with like artists they bring in. And so what they do is they give them like a topic, and then the artist has to explain whether it's overrated or underrated and why they think that. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to give us a shot. We can cut this if it sucks.
Absolutely.
I thought it might be fun.
We will cut it at this point.
Yeah. It'll just stop, and then everybody else has to
and
wonder
then we'll
what
the
that was.
description.
Wait, everybody say, wow, that was awesome. That was so good. That was so
that was
good.
a lot of fun.
Wow,
thank you.
We had so much fun that we couldn't keep it in.
Okay.
I can't wait till we do this on every episode.
We'll put that on. We'll post that.
All right.
Post
So,
anyways,
let's see. What will be a good topic? Let's start with demolition derbies. Do you guys have any thoughts on demolition derbies?
Demolition derbies.
As far as over or underrated,
I can smell them. I can smell it right now.
Are they overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
I think they're underrated.
I really feel like they are underrated. Yes,
they're underrated as fuck. You go get a fucking gallon of PBR.
No strong feelings on demolition derbies.
But see, I think that's why they're underrated, Leo. Because if you think about what a demolition derby actually is, and you're like, meh, that's kind of like, how could you
Who the
be
fuck
meh
doesn't like
about that?
watching shit
I'll
crash into
say
each other?
underrated just because who overrates them, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, who's
Well-
hyped? You ever been so hyped to go to one and then you're just like, dude, nobody even hit each other? Like, what the fuck is this?
Is the Sunday guy? Is that for demolition derbies?
Yeah, pretty
Monster
much.
truck
He does- no, he-
rallies,
he does, like,
demolition
trucks,
derbies.
demolitions.
Monster truck
Wrestling,
rallies are
wrestling.
different than demolition derbies.
For sure.
They
will,
are.
For sure.
I could potentially go on a soapbox about this.
They most definitely are.
Demolition derbies are a
Soapboxes are here
lot
to go
more. Demolition derbies are a little more populist, I guess, like a little more locally organized than like the monster truck. You know, they like have their monster truck fleet or whatever. They like go and tour different cities. Like the demolition derbies is a bunch of rednecks in
It's
like
democratic.
around your area. Yeah,
yeah. It's
around
fucking
your area that just bought a bunch of shitty cars for like $100 and then souped them up the best they could, just so they could slam them into
put some
each
steel
other.
plates on the fucking front and tied the seatbelt back together and fucking
Yeah, no,
said
like that-
yeehaw.
Like that is the people's monster trucks.
Yeah. No, I totally feel you. That monster truck rallies are just the bourgeoisie. Demolition derbies, they're egalitarian as fuck.
Okay,
You ever
Michael,
seen a
I was
bunch of
getting
fucking
confused
people
there.
wreck a bunch of beaters like in I don't know, like a dirt pit? I mean, that's
I just can't get
American
over the
dream
fact that
right there.
I'm now seeing fucking, like, I'm thinking French bourgeoisie, like,
totally. If they had monster trucks back then, the French bourgeoisie would have them because they're outrageously
I'm just
expensive
seeing
That's
them
and
what
like
it is.
stupid.
powdered wigs
It's
and like
totally-
that, like very like
But that's
fake
what it is,
white
though.
makeup.
It's
Totally is.
gentrified demolition derbies.
Yeah. So gentrified they don't even put other people in
Gentrified.
there usually.
Gentrified demolition derby.
Gentrified demolition derbies. And a lot of
How
times with the
it's-
monster trucks, there's only one of them on
Yeah, it's
the
usually
course
just
at the
one.
same time too. So
And just a bunch of jumps and shit.
Mhm. Or they
Like, let-
race like in a circle, but
Let them
All right.
jump cars.
Yeah. Give us another one of these. fuckers.
Underrated.
What about What about 90s nostalgia?
Overrated.
I say overrated, even though I fall squarely into enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
Me too, but I feel like
No idea.
I feel like it's not the
Were you alive in
Things
the
that get-
90s?
no.
We have determined.
No,
he
I
is
wasn't.
not.
I was
for like a
I
year.
I remember bits and pieces of it, like enough that I get most of the references, but like I wasn't really old enough to really participate in like pop culture, like during that time.
Yeah.
I feel like the pop culture people talk about is not the pop culture that should be being talked about.
At no
And
point
so
was
I feel
I
like
alive.
it's overrated.
I think I agree. It's overrated. Not one of my. I'm just not a big nostalgia guy in general, though. Like really
I
any
feel
sort of
that.
nostalgia. Like once we hit like in like 3 to 5 years, and then we hit the 2000s nostalgia cycle. Like I'm going to be kind of annoyed by that too. At least to some
Yeah.
degree. I'll probably enjoy a little bit of it, but then be like, all right, like it wasn't like let's get a grip, or like let's it's not that great, I guess.
Yeah,
I
when
will
it's
say the
close enough.
90s are in this sweet spot where there's not enough of it online, or there wasn't. So a lot of what we find are people who kept VHSs and are now uploading them. Whereas
Yeah.
once you get to the 2000s, so much of it's already online that there's really never a chance for someone to forget it, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying, but I think there is a possibility that maybe the technology will advance to a point where maybe we lose like it sort of becomes lost media. Like we don't really know what's going
Yeah.
to happen in the next like 5 to 10 years. So there's a possibility that like we lose a lot of the 2000s artifacts that we used to have.
Sure.
There's actually like a big push in like libraries and like archives
Oh,
to
yeah,
figure
like,
out how to store shit like that.
Even
Because, like-
Flash not being supported
Yeah,
again is like an
yeah.
example of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just like don't really know how to like store like all these different digital mediums because like a lot of things just degrade very rapidly. Like
Well, like,
especially at
no,
the time it's like there's no hard physical copy associated with it, like a physical.
But even
hard
then,
drive
like
or something.
physical copies are great too. Like there's no perfect way to
Super
ever store
quick,
media.
yeah.
So like you're always kind of
Yeah.
fighting that battle as far as like preserving media, especially when
Yeah,
you're
and
on
then
the
the things
the
that-
scale of like decades or centuries.
Yeah, and it's always shitty because the things that like preserve it best are usually like very outdated ways of like using them. Like the best way to preserve like audio files is like the wire audio
Yeah.
recorders, but like it's like the stupidest shit ever to have like a bunch of fucking tin wire laying around to like feed through a machine to fucking hear. Like it's not
Yeah,
feasible.
but like vinyl gets scratched, tapes
Yeah.
degrade, CDs degrade, like everything just kind of degrades over
Yeah.
time.
But like a file that's like Adobe Flash from 2005 is like expedited in that for sure.
What's
End up being a much
tin audio recording? What's that?
It's what they used to use like in the early 20th century, like especially the 1930s. Like all the FBI files used to be on these. It's basically they look like metal coat hangers, like it's that sort of wire, and it's how they would record audio, and then they would wrap them up, and then you could play them back, and it was like this really weird thing. But they were like a pretty stable like medium.
As opposed to like CDs, which degrade pretty quickly. And
yeah, like it's magnetic wire recording.
I don't know.
That's what it is.
Next over
Okay.
over London.
Anyway,
Anyways.
So kind of in a similar vein, how about nipple piercings?
Okay, well, I have
we have a
nipple
resident
piercings,
expert.
so
Yeah,
underrated.
I'd say they're
We have
perfectly
an
rated.
expert in the house.
I would actually probably agree.
Yeah,
with that,
I
though,
learned
like,
I learned something about Dayman today.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh, yeah,
unlearn
brother.
it too.
I've had them for
Right.
like 6 or 7 years.
You think they're underrated?
Yeah, I would say so for men.
Interesting.
They just look nice. It's not like a
No,
sexual
like
thing or anything.
I wasn't
really.
thinking about it like that. I just like
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a big jewelry guy. I don't like having like metal on my body. It always feels weird to me. So I always look at piercings and
That's
think they just
fair.
be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Like I like
how
tattoos. I would like to get a tattoo,
Yeah.
but like I like piercings. I can do without.
That's kind of what I equate it to too. Like if you think, I don't know, if you don't have any weird, like it feels weird or like think it looks weird and you think it like looks nice, then and like this like you like tattoos, you probably think it looks nice as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like with anything, it depends on like how well it's done and everything.
I mean, yeah.
I don't have any tattoos either, but I feel like, and I do want some, but I feel like the older I get, I just keep getting further and further from the point where I ever will get a tattoo.
Right.
I was going to get one for my 30th birthday, but I had the same problem I always have when thinking about tattoos. I can never decide on anything I like enough to get it tattooed on me.
Yep.
Just kind of send it, honestly.
So maybe
Yeah,
31.
dude, I've just sent it like a few times and I feel like all mine are okay.
Mine has
Or not, like,
essentially healed up at this point, so I'm thinking about another one.
Yeah. The trick
like
is
your
though, is like if you know your artist, like the person who does mine and my girlfriend's is like my buddy's sister, and she like works at a shop and is really good. So it's like we can kind of just be like, I kind of want something in this general, like this thing, like this animal or object or blah blah, and like she usually comes up with something pretty fucking good. But it's like if you get a really shitty artist, it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
So, how about the rest of us who don't have nipple piercings?
I gave my answer.
What about us?
Underrated or overrated?
Oh, I said earlier, I think they're perfectly rated.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that cop out of an answer was going to take, but I'll take it.
I was gonna say, I haven't been
No,
able to
what I'm
give
saying is,
a strong
don't know
opinion
that-
on any of these yet.
I don't know that anything would change my opinion on it as being better or worse than I already think about them.
Like relative to the general like public opinion, do you think they are underrated or overrated?
But what's
I
the
guess-
general public opinion?
I guess the
Oh,
general public would say I would say it's underrated to them.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can see that. You were talking about like if we're going like the full breadth of American culture, American citizens, and yeah, probably.
Salt of the
I'll
earth.
give you that.
Regular old morons. Or somebody say the quote better. Blazing Saddles quote.
I don't know. There's just a lot of
know
people.
you were
There's a
talking
lot of
about it.
people over the age of 65 in this country.
Yeah, no shit. Like it's definitely unpopular.
So maybe
opinion, I would
that's
say.
not the best. Like the best. What do you call it? The thing. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The best measure?
Yeah, it's not the best
Barometer?
measure of
Metric.
it. Yeah.
Metric,
To the
yeah.
next
There.
one.
It's already
we go.
something
See?
that's yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, Chalk, I'm wrong. You can make fun of me for that.
I missed what you were wrong about. I was thinking about nipple rings.
I don't know if I was
my
wrong.
God.
I just couldn't think of the word or idea.
I was surprised that as an engineer you couldn't think of the word metric or measure or something that you use to like determine
Why
something
use
else
lot
like
word when
objectively.
few do trick?
That's fair.
I know.
Not
I'm
on the
not
clock.
always that great going off the cuff, so it's been known to happen.
I'm terrible at cuffs. Personally.
I tend to enjoy them.
Yeah?
Be a
Yeah.
bad magician.
I think cuffs are underrated.
Kinky. There's Damon, I got that quote for you, that
Go
Blazing
with
Saddles quote reference.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Next one.
What about Olive Garden?
Ooh,
Overrated.
Now I could give a
Oh,
really.
Over.
Stupido is wrong. It is underrated. It is underrated.
No,
think-
it's
I
real
think
overrated.
Olive
Disgusting.
Garden is underrated because the general consensus is that it is an awful Italian food place.
Yes,
The
Leo
breadsticks do
has.
suck.
I've heard they've changed recently. I don't know if that's true. If that's true, we'll have to revisit it. But if that isn't true, underrated for exactly the reason Leo said.
I enjoy
Because
a
it
tour
sucks?
of Italy.
Because
I don't-
people
I
think
don't
it
think
sucks, but it
sucks.
doesn't.
I think it's fine.
Like you're
Okay.
not going to go there and eat the best Italian meal of your life, but you're going to leave full and
That's
satisfied.
I think if you
That
go
See,
is
there,
true.
I almost agree with you, but the problem is that the Olive Garden is a price point above where it should be.
Right.
So like if it was a
Yeah, but
price point
true.
lower, then I would
everything.
completely agree with that. So
So
like the problem is I always walk out of there feeling like, wow, I paid too much for that.
Yep.
Counterpoint,
Yeah.
you're fucking up Olive Garden. You're not going in hungry enough, and you're not gorging enough. If you go into
See,
Olive
but-
Garden and you think I didn't get my money's worth, that's on you, not the Olive
Well,
Garden.
see,
That's
the
on you,
counterpoint
brother.
to that,
That's on you.
Are there other than the
I
bread?
have a
there's not
counterpoint to
an
this,
all you can eat,
and that
though.
is
Salad
you have to go.
Okay.
Sorry, you have to go during the unlimited pasta bowls.
and
then
unlimited
and
pasta
then I
bowls.
don't feel like that. Yeah.
I don't
So if
go
you do the
during
unlimited
unlimited pasta
pasta-
bowls, and I still feel good because I feel
You're
like I
telling-
get a
You're
lot.
telling me that a good tour of Italy isn't filling you up with the side salad and
Good
appropriate amount of
tour of-
breadsticks?
Leo,
Well,
sometimes
my
I'm amazed at how different we are and yet how alike we are at the same
The
time.
tour. Have you not heard of the tour of Italy? Tour of
What the
I
fuck
think
is the tour of
of-
Yeah,
Italy?
it's like
Italy
what
Olive
chicken
Garden.
parm, some lasagna.
chicken parm,
do love me a
lasagna,
chicken
and some
parm.
Alfredo.
I
It's
can't
like
believe you
pasta
have the
Alfredo.
tour of Italy memorized. That is amazing.
I looked it up. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Oh no,
Vito had
I
it
wanted
memorized.
to.
I had 2/3 of it,
Yeah.
and I don't even like the place.
You can create your own tour of Italy. Hang on.
The real problem, Stupido, is
I'll
the
take the
gift that
red
you're
wine,
getting
the white
is a gift
wine.
card to the Olive Garden. That's what's
Oh.
coming in the next
Oh,
postcard. I'm sorry.
That's what's on that
DIY.
flash drive.
Yep.
I'd rather have a virus.
I
Wow.
think Olive Garden is underrated.
I agree.
Also, you can get calamari.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take this away from you guys.
I
Thanks,
will.
buddy.
Like, who am I to ruin Olive Garden for you?
And again, I'm speaking for myself.
It comes with a salad.
Okay.
Get a salad.
I heard you the first time.
Salads have croutons on them, and that's like the best part of the salad.
They have like 3 croutons.
Listen,
That's just a
you
mini
did-
breadstick,
It
boss.
just means you get to savor them that much more.
Not when you have 4 people at the table.
It's
So
you
real.
get a. Oh, okay. Well, okay. To be fair, I haven't eaten at an Olive Garden recently. We did takeout during COVID.
Hmm.
So each meal came with an individually like packaged salad,
I see.
and it was like it was like a decently sized salad. So
It's a good salad.
I do not enjoy carry out of restaurants like that either. I feel like the food's
Fair.
not as good.
Yeah, I wouldn't get carry out for Olive Garden.
Yeah, no.
it was COVID.
But
That's
yeah,
fair.
I mean, COVID.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Now,
Yeah.
Now good carry out place is most Chinese places.
Yes.
Real.
I have
Agreed.
Been an addiction recently.
I have been on a beef lo mein kick, and it is hitting the
Ooh, that
spot,
sounds
man.
good.
It is really good. We already ate today, and I already fucking want it. Here's the problem. The reason I'm fat is I eat a full other day's worth of food from 8 p.m. to midnight.
Dude, I
But-
fucking feel that. That's when I'm hungriest. Like
You
I feel like
skinny
I have
little
to make
prick.
like
You don't feel
I know,
that.
but
I've seen
but,
you.
like I know, but like it's so dumb because I like make dinner
Skinny
and then
dickhead.
it's like I have to make a second one. I
I'm
hate
sorry,
it.
man. I'm angry. I'm sorry. You don't deserve to be called that.
Local Chinese place has been getting a lot of my business recently.
Yeah.
I think that
It has.
I kind of want to go to Panda Express.
Dude,
Just to change it up.
sometimes just God.
I
know
dude,
their chow mein is not how it really is, but it's just so good.
That's the thing. It's like I want to go to Panda Express, get a little Beijing beef, maybe a little orange chicken, maybe a little honey walnut shrimp,
Yeah.
maybe a little chow mein. I feel like being such
Like-
like a dick with this order too. Be like, can I get fried rice and chow mein, and then also orange chicken, Beijing beef, and honey walnut shrimp? Just like
Oh my God.
every different possible.
Just
thing.
order 2 meals.
Yeah.
You do the larger plate.
I don't know. I don't go to Panda Express enough to know the menu this
Yeah.
intimately.
Larger plate is.
I know. Just like why wouldn't you get?
and a side.
What does Panda Express have over like your average Chinese
The-
restaurant in like the strip mall?
Goated orange chicken for no good reason.
Consistency. You know
Yeah,
what you're
that too.
getting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had Panda Express.
Large portions.
I have had
It
it
is-
once. My local amusement park has it as one of the restaurants, and it's on the dining
Oh.
plan. So that's where I've had it the most. And I've had it like 1 or 2 times outside of there.
It's pretty good. That being said, I do not have like my experience with Chinese food is exclusively takeout and buffets. So
I think that's most people.
yeah,
Yeah.
shout out China
I
King
woulda-
Buffet. I'm comfortable saying that because there's probably 1,000 of them.
There's 10,000
Yeah.
of those in the country.
Yeah.
China King Buffet is like a cult favorite among my family. Just because they have
Ours
so
here
much,
is
so much
Dong Kong. It's Vietnamese. It's fucking hilarious. Say, want some dong tonight for dinner? My dad and I used to get that shit all the time too.
There's
We don't have a lot of
some.
Vietnamese food here.
Oh, we have a lot of Vietnamese type stuff here.
Any
Yeah.
Interesting. We have
And
a lot of
pho,
we have a lot of Thai restaurants.
Ooh.
Thai is
I do
great.
love a
Drunken
Thai
noodles are
restaurant.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right, one more and then we'll call it.
All right, one more. All right, let's do Satanism. How do y'all feel about Satanism?
Okay.
It's too vague of a title.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we discussing the actual religion, or are we discussing the people who use that to troll the Christians?
And like
Other
and like
religions.
or people who try to say that shit to like ban.
Honestly, I thought
media.
Stupido, that was those are the same things, aren't they?
No, okay. So there's the Satanic Temple, and I'm
Yep.
always get these wrong. One of them is not really a religion. They say they are, but they're more like humanists.
It's for the tax purposes.
And it's to troll, like when schools have like youth groups and such, or when the city puts up a Christmas tree, they say we want to have our display put up too.
Yes.
They're not really Satanists. They don't follow Satan.
It's more of just
They
like
use the
fucking,
name.
like
Yes.
Satan is
To-
for the
to
tax
be
I think
purposes.
funny.
I think it's not for tax breaks, Leo. That's something different. That's a different thing.
My house has been designated as a place of worship, so I don't have to pay taxes on it.
I
It
don't.
was also
think
for like when they're
the
like
satanic,
put, like, the
the
10
satanic temple
commandments
actually
at school.
pays taxes.
They would like
One of their things.
So they know what's up.
So if we're talking about the group that has fun calling themselves Satanists, then I think they're underrated, and I think they're great people. I have a T-shirt of theirs coming in right now.
Wow, you heard it here
I
first.
fuck with
I
that.
didn't know you were such a fan.
They started a youth or a after school club at some school, and so they were selling the shirts of the club. It's got a cute little Bahamut on it. I'll take a photo when
That's
it comes
amazing.
in.
Hey, fair enough. You heard it here
Nice.
first. Top 5 podcasts endorsed Satanism.
1/5 of the top 5 podcasts.
One day I'll say it correctly.
1 out of 5 top 5 podcasts.
Well, guys, I think we did it.
I honestly was not. Yeah, I was honestly not expecting to get such like
Good answer.
glowing responses from all of you. I feel like all y'all gave like pretty good, interesting answers to all those questions, even though it was mostly just me shit
I
posting.
feel like it's like the end of an interview or something.
I was not. I know. I wasn't expecting that sort of like interaction. I'm happy it happens. No, I'm glad that you guys like really engaged because I was like, you guys are just gonna say like overrated and then just call it a day.
I don't know if you know this or
We'll
not,
see.
but we have a
Hey.
podcast in which we
Yes,
talk about stuff, so we're pretty
doesn't-
practiced.
We just
Doesn't listen.
verbally shit
Okay.
post. So
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it makes a little more sense. As someone who does not have a podcast and probably should not have a podcast, I don't know. It's not always expected, I guess.
Fair enough.
I'll take that as a glowing recommendation to listen to our podcast.
Listen to the top 5 podcasts.
that's a better endorsement.
because I was on
There
there.
we go. We'll
From
put that as a
Captain
quote.
Trash.
Glowing
Well, thank
endorsement.
you, Captain, for taking the time to come hang out with us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for having
We appreciate
It's been-
you
yeah,
and
hopefully
your
you don't have to cut-
Marlins on the NL East, especially when you get out of the Phillies' way on the way to
Maybe
our
we
cup.
should
I was gonna
change
say,
that
do you really
rivalry to
appreciate
be
us?
Philly and Miami instead of Philly or Miami and Expos. Just change it to Philly.
The rivalry is kind of ebb and flow depending on like who's good, who's competitive, and kind of what's going on. Kind of like in real sports.
Yeah, I assume
So,
the Marlins won't be a part of
we
it
can be
for very
rivals.
long.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
why.
Damn.
That's why we don't have any chalk.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Top
All right.
5 Podcast.
Yeah, Captain Trash.
Signing
Yes.
off.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
Yeah,
subscribe.
that too.
Yeah.